Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of Inventive Minds.
Brought to you by the creative minds at AudioCast Lab India.
That's right. The ones who can help people like you bring those amazing ideas to life.
Through the magic of podcasting.
If you've ever thought about starting a podcast,
They're the ones to call.
And today, we're diving into the fascinating world of inventions.
Exploring what exactly makes an invention.
And uncover the surprising origins of those groundbreaking ideas that shape our lives.
From everyday observations
To those oops moments that change history, we'll unpack the mysteries behind Inventive Minds.
But first,
what is an invention anyway?
is it just a shiny new gadget or something more?
Right? Is it just the latest tech, or is there more to it?
It's definitely more than just the latest iPhone.
Okay, good.
An invention is about bringing an idea to life, solving a problem, and ultimately adding value to society.
I like that, adding value.
Think about it. Inventions change how we live,
Absolutely.
how we work and interact with the world.
Yeah, they really do.
So it's not just about creating something new, it's about creating something useful.
But where do these brilliant ideas come from?
Yeah, where do they come from?
I mean, do inventors just wake up one day with a light bulb over their head?
Sometimes it might feel that way, but the spark of creativity can come from anywhere.
Okay, so give me an example.
Think about Isaac Newton.
Okay, the Apple guy.
The story goes, he was just chilling under an apple tree when an apple falls on his head.
Yeah, classic.
That seemingly simple event led him to develop his theory of gravity.
Wow, talk about finding inspiration in your backyard.
It really is amazing.
Seriously, that's a classic example of how observation can spark an invention.
Exactly. But sometimes the spark comes from a place of frustration.
Oh, really?
Legend has it that Percy Spencer, the engineer who invented the microwave, stumbled upon it when a candy bar melted in his pocket while he was working with a magnetron.
A what?
A magnetron,
Okay,
which is a device that produces microwaves.
got it.
He was actually researching radar technology at the time.
Interesting.
So basically, he was hungry, a chocolate bar met its untimely demise, and bam, the microwave was born.
Now that's a happy accident.
It really is.
It makes you wonder how many other great inventions were born out of frustration or even just plain luck.
It happens more often than you might think.
Really?
Alexander Fleming's discovery of penicillin is another great example.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
He left a tea tree dish out, so mold grew on it, and boom, a life-saving antibiotic.
Wow, who knew mold could be so revolutionary?
Talk about turning a mistake into a medical miracle.
These examples really highlight how everyday moments can lead to extraordinary breakthroughs.
Exactly.
It's enough to make you want to start paying more attention to those little things we usually ignore.
It really is.
But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's clarify something.
Sure.
What exactly is the difference between an invention and an innovation?
Ah, the age-old question.
Right.
While they're often used interchangeably, there is a distinction.
Okay, I'm all ears.
An invention brings something entirely new into existence.
Okay, I'm with you.
Think about the light bulb, the telephone, the airplane. These things didn't exist before someone came along and invented them.
So inventions are like the trailblazers forging a new path.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
So where do innovations fit in?
Innovations, on the other hand, improve upon existing ideas. They make things better, more efficient, or more accessible.
So innovations are like the upgrade,
That's a good way to put it.
taking something great and making it even greater.
Precisely.
So inventions create innovations,
Yeah,
improve.
you got it.
But what makes a great invention stand out from the rest?
Well, there's no magic formula,
Okay,
but great inventions often share certain characteristics.
like what?
One is simplicity.
Simplicity.
Think about the wheel,
Yeah, good.
the zipper, or even the humble paperclip.
Interesting.
They solve complex problems with elegant, intuitive solutions.
It's amazing how such simple things can have such a huge impact.
It really is.
I mean, can you imagine life without the wheel?
I can't.
We'd still be dragging our stuff around.
Exactly. Another key characteristic is adaptability.
Adaptability.
Great inventions evolve over time to meet changing needs.
Right.
Take the telephone, for example.
Okay, the telephone.
It started as a clunky stationary device
Right.
and has transformed into the smartphone,
Oh, yeah.
a powerful communication tool, an entertainment hub, a portable office.
I mean, it does all these days.
And it's not just technology. Think about the humble bicycle.
Good.
It started as a basic mode of transportation,
Mm-hmm.
but has evolved into a high-tech machine used for everything from racing to mountain biking.
It's amazing how these inventions can adapt and grow with us.
Absolutely, and that brings us to another crucial trait of great inventions.
Okay, what's that?
Impact.
impact?
They address universal needs or desires, whether it's something as fundamental as survival or something that connects us on a global scale,
Okay, so what would be an example of that?
like the internet.
Okay, yeah, the internet.
It's revolutionized communication and information sharing
Yeah.
and the way we do business. It's even changed the way we form relationships, talk about a global impact.
It really is global.
Precisely, great inventions have a ripple effect impacting countless aspects of our lives and shaping society in profound ways.
They really do.
Now, let me ask you this.
Okay, shoot.
As you go about your day, think about the inventions you use.
Okay.
Do they simplify your life?
Yeah, I think they do.
Do they adapt to your needs?
Yeah, for sure.
Do they connect you to the world in meaningful ways?
I'd say so.
You know, it's funny, we take so many of these inventions for granted,
It's true.
but when you stop and think about it, it's really quite amazing.
And for those of you who are feeling inspired to learn more about the amazing world of inventions,
We've got a special treat for you.
we do.
You can find a curated list of books about inventions in the episode description below.
Yes, definitely check those out.
These books delve deeper into the lives of inventors and the fascinating stories behind their creations.
They're so interesting.
Trust me, you'll be hooked.
And speaking of being hooked, you're not going to want to miss our next episode.
Where we'll be exploring the spark of creativity, how innovations begin.
We'll delve into the origins of those groundbreaking ideas that changed the world.
It's going to be a mind-blowing exploration of the creative process.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
it's important to remember that the path to invention is rarely smooth.
oh, I bet.
It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and more than a few oops moments.
So what separates those who give up from those who persevere and ultimately succeed?
That's a great question.
I mean, it can't be easy to keep going when you hit roadblock after roadblock.
You're right about that. It's all about grit and determination.
So you need to be pretty tough to be an inventor.
Yeah, you could say that.
Mm.
And you need a healthy dose of optimism, too.
So you got to believe in yourself.
You have to believe in your idea even when others might doubt it.
That can be hard.
It can be really tough, but it's about pushing through those moments of self-doubt.
You know those times when you think, maybe this isn't such a good idea after all?
Exactly, and those inevitable setbacks that come with any creative process.
I imagine there are a lot of setbacks when you're inventing something new.
Oh, yeah, there are always bumps in the road, but the key is to never lose sight of your vision.
So you got to keep your eye on the prize.
Exactly. Remember Thomas Edison's famous quote about finding 10,000 ways that won't work?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
That's the inventor's mindset in a nutshell.
So it's all about trial and error.
It's about embracing failure as a part of the process.
So you're saying failure is not the end?
Not at all. It's just a stepping stone.
Okay.
It's knowing that each setback brings you closer to the solution.
I like that perspective.
It's like that saying, if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough.
But in all seriousness, it takes a special kind of resilience to keep going when things get tough.
Absolutely.
Right.
Especially when you're trying to bring something completely new into the world.
Something that's never been done before.
Exactly. Invention requires a belief in your idea, even when others might doubt it.
It's about pushing through those moments of self-doubt and those inevitable setbacks.
And never losing sight of your vision.
It makes you think about all the inventors throughout history who faced rejection and ridicule before their ideas were finally accepted.
It's true.
I mean, can you imagine trying to pitch the idea of a horseless carriage back in the day?
People would have thought you were crazy.
They probably would have.
And yet here we are zipping around in our cars, taking that innovation for granted.
I know, right?
It's a testament to the power of perseverance, the unwavering belief in the possibility of something better, something new.
So what you're saying is the journey of invention is as much about the process as it is about the final product.
Exactly.
It's about embracing those challenges.
Learning from mistakes.
And never giving up on that spark of creativity.
Precisely. And sometimes that spark of creativity leads to inventions that not only solve problems, but also spark joy.
Well, it's nice.
You know, add a little fun to our lives.
Give me an example.
Think about things like the Slinky,
Oh, you...
Silly Putty, or even the fidget spinner.
Okay, I have to admit, I still have a soft spot for fidget spinners.
Me too.
They're oddly satisfying.
They are.
But you're right. These playful inventions remind us that innovation doesn't always have to be serious.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's about bringing a little whimsy into the world.
Precisely, it's about fostering that childlike sense of wonder and curiosity.
You know, that sense of like, anything is possible.
Exactly, that willingness to experiment and see what happens.
To just try things out and see what sticks.
You got it. Who knows? The next great invention might come from a moment of pure playfulness.
So we should all be a little more playful.
I think so.
It makes you wonder what kind of crazy world-changing inventions are brewing in garages and workshops right now.
It's exciting to think about.
Maybe someone's working on a self-folding laundry machine.
That would be amazing.
Or a robot that can make a perfect cup of coffee.
Now you're talking.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, they really are. And that's what makes this whole field so exciting.
Yeah, it's constantly evolving.
It's the constant potential for something new, something that challenges the status quo and changes the way we live, work, and play.
You know what? I think we've done a pretty good job unpacking this whole invention thing.
I think so, too.
We've talked about what makes an invention.
Where those brilliant ideas come from.
The difference between invention and innovation.
And the characteristics of truly great inventions.
But most importantly, we've highlighted the importance of perseverance, of never giving up on those big ideas.
And we've explored how those ideas can come from the most unexpected places, from a simple observation to a frustrating mishap.
And we've seen how inventions can be both practical and playful, addressing everything from basic needs to our desire for a little bit of fun.
Exactly. But before we wrap things up, let's not forget about you, our amazing listener.
That's right. We want to hear from you.
What are some of your favorite inventions?
What inventions do you think have had the biggest impact on society?
Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspectives.
And if you're eager to dive deeper into the fascinating world of inventions,
don't forget to check out the list of recommended books in the episode description.
From captivating biographies of iconic inventors
to insightful explorations of innovation throughout history,
these books offer a wealth of knowledge and inspiration.
Trust me, they're worth adding to your reading list.
Absolutely. These books offer a glimpse into the minds of those who dared to dream big and change the world with their inventions.
They're packed with fascinating stories, surprising insights, and maybe even a little bit of inspiration to spark your own inventive spirit.
And speaking of sparking your inventive spirit, we've got something special in store for you in our next episode.
That's right.
We'll be exploring the spark of creativity, how innovations begin.
Where we'll delve into the origins of those groundbreaking ideas, the moments of inspiration, the serendipitous encounters, and the aha moments that change the world.
We'll uncover the secrets behind those flashes of brilliance and explore how anyone, yes, even you, can cultivate that creative spark within.
It's going to be a mind-bending journey into the heart of innovation, so make sure you subscribe and tune in.
You won't want to miss it. You won't want to miss it.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our very first episode of Inventive Minds.
Wow, that went by fast.
It did. We had a great time.
Me too.
We hope you enjoyed this exploration of inventions as much as we have.
It's been a blast uncovering the stories behind those everyday objects and groundbreaking technologies that shape our world.
Remember, invention is not just for scientists and engineers.
No, not at all.
It's a mindset, a spirit of curiosity and problem solving that lives within each of us.
That's right. Anyone can be an inventor.
So keep those inventive minds buzzing, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one to spark the next revolution.
Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep shaping the world.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Inventive Minds,
where we'll delve deeper into the world of innovation and explore how those brilliant ideas come to life.
Goodbye for now.
And keep inventing.